Okay, so who's ready to take on Neptune the Shark? Because this dude is big, bad, and he does not hold back. He's very, very useful in the water, but bring him up on dry land, and, well, he's a sitting duck. Oh, and also he's well, his bites aren't very nice either. Because from what I remember, these guys can kill you in at least 3 hits. Maybe more if you're lucky. Maybe less if you're unlucky. But it really just depends. The reason I only took out 1 first aid spray is because we'll be getting some green herbs later. I believe 2 green herbs. In normal mode anyway. So let's take down this zombie right here. Or at least try to dodge him. Oh, wow. That's why you missed. Idiot. In the meantime, though, we're kind of lucky because if you killed him then, well, he might come back as a Crimson Head, he might not. It really just depends on how long you take to do this part. But what you're going to want to do now is push these crates this way. Because we need to make ourselves a makeshift bridge. I really don't like this part. This part is just so slow and boring. I'm just like, ugh. Can we at least, you know, have the crates be pushed with just 2 of them, maybe 1? Jump across them? Ugh. I mean, these 2 crates aren't a problem, but it's the 3rd one where you have to push it all the way to one end and then push it to the end of the other. That is not fun. I will say though, in the first game, as in the original game, it's even worse. Because I believe they put the crate at the very, very end of this hall. Which means a much, much longer push. What makes this funny though is that I believe Chris and Jill's pushing speed is the exact same. Which is quite surprising because I'd kind of expect Chris to be stronger than Jill. But, oh well. We'll let it slide. Get it? Slide. And we're sliding this crate across the room. Wow. Okay, just 1 green herb then. I guess 2 is in easy mode. Alright, so who's ready to deal with some angry sharks? Because all you can do in this part is just run. Let's do this. Oh no, please leave me alone. Just keep running and hope you don't get hit. Leave me alone. I hate these camera angles so much. I'm just so annoyed because then you might end up running into these poles and then you'll end up getting hit. Safety. Alright, so now we have no reason to come back to this place. And even by the time we do come back, the water's going to be drained, so the sharks are going to be ineffective. But the danger's not over yet. Before we go there, though, let's pick up this first aid kit. So, just in case you did get hit and you used the healing item and you got hit again, then this should be 2 herb mixes. Yeah. You might as well combine it with this one. A pressure shelter. It looks all green now, but that's not the case for now.
Emergency.
Right, we get it. Emergency. Unknown.
Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
Basically, we're trapped. What we need to do now, we need to go to this side of the room and see what valve we need to press. I have number 3. I don't know about you. So let's release the safety. So I've got valve number 3. Operate whatever valve number you got. Yes it is. Whatever. Oh, and as expected, the shutters don't work. So now's the time to release the oil pressure. Or press whatever oil valve. No! Number 3. There we go.
Activate emergency drainage system immediately.
Now we can release the safety. And now we can reactivate the shutters again. You stupid sharks. You thought you had me, didn't you? Now we're free to drain the water. Yeah, that's right, you stupid sharks. What are you gonna do now? Flop on me? Alright, now we're good. I'm sure you saw this already, but check out this map. You can take it if you want. I'm not, because I don't need it. But you can take it if you want. Over here, though, is where we're going to be dealing with the biggest Neptune of all. He looks harmless at first, but he's still pretty threatening. Mostly because he's bigger than everyone else. There should be some magnum ammo here, as well as shotgun shells. On second thought, grenade shells. Better than nothing. I'm sure there was magnum ammo here too. Where exactly? Huh. I guess it's not here then. Alright. Let's go through this door. As you can see right there, there's a shark laying right there. It can't do anything to us. You can shoot it if you want, but there's really no point because that's just a waste of bullets. See, that Neptune shark right there he's just toying with us. He's playing dead. Watch what happens when you pick up this key. Or when you try to. Look at that, right there. Whatever you do, do not go back in the water. Otherwise, you're as good as dead. Because Neptune will bite you. A convenient electrical device. Pushed in the water, now flip the switch. And what do we get? A rather shocking defeat, I must say. Now Neptune is dead. So now let's go ahead and pick up the key. And as you know, I like to examine my keys. Gallery key. And we're pretty much done with this area right here. That shark can't do anything to us. Oh, just give it up already. You can't touch me. See, that's why it's so good to be a human sometimes. When you're human, you can move almost everywhere. We may not be able to fly, but we have technology that lets us fly. And we can swim too. Walk, run. We can basically run on any terrain too. Oh, there are the magnum bullets. And let's see if that's all the items in this area. That's it. Ah, come on. We're pretty much done with this area too. Alright, so now it's back to the main residence area. And it's also time to run into that zombie too. For those of you that killed him, he might be a Crimson Head, he might not. It kind of just depends on whatever. But for those of you that didn't kill him, or for those of you that managed to get a headshot or shoot his legs off, then we're all good to go. Show yourself. Alright, he's down. And he's still up too. Or he's still, well, undead anyway. Can I combine it? Oh, shut up. I won't even be seeing you anymore. So give it up. Here's the gallery room right here. Now this is the room that's going to be full of bees. I told you we'd run into them again. Check out that handgun ammo right there. Right there. What we do need to pick up, though, is this right here. Insecticide spray. I can't stand bees. And wasps even more. At least bees do something a little more beneficial to us. Unlike wasps, where they're like, oh, hey, look, I noticed that you're running into my territory by accident. I'm gonna go ahead and sting you anyway. Now make use of the insecticide spray here. Yeah, take that, you stupid bees. Or wasps, or hornets, or whatever y'all are. Nasty. Now we're free to pick up the key that's on the other side of the room. That was also being taken over by that nest. But just letting you guys know, at this door that's right over here, is the place where you make the Plant 42 weakness. Weakness, weak sauce. Weak sauce weakness. But as I mentioned, I don't ever use it because I don't need it. Plus it takes much more time than it's really worth. You might want to pick up this red herb though. Those are some bad stings on him. Another residence key. Let's examine it. Key for room 3. Alright, so before we go on, we're gonna go ahead and get ready for the next boss battle. We'll be fighting Plant 42. So we're gonna need to go back to the item box. Also, we're gonna be needing that red book too. Red book, red book. It's a blank red book too. That's how you know it's just a placeholder. I need to unequip this gun. I don't need it. I'm pretty sure many of you have noticed how little we use the handgun. Mostly it's the shotgun that we've been using. But don't worry, that's all going to change during the final stages. Because when we get to the laboratory, more zombies. If you want, you can go ahead and save too, because Plant 42 is not a very nice boss either. Not at all. If you want, you can go ahead and combine the red herbs with green herbs, but I'm going to go ahead and put them in my item box. I'm going to take out my grenade launcher too. I can't believe I haven't used it all this time. And I'm going to take out the shotgun just in case. Though you're going to need the red book, that's for sure. assault shotgun, shotgun shells, and shotgun itself. Put away the handgun though, you don't need it. It's going to be completely irrelevant in this fight. Let's see. I hear that Plant 42 is weak to flame rounds, but I'm not going to use it. If you want, you can go ahead and use it, but I'm not. I'm just going to do what I can to get rid of these explosive rounds. Mostly because I want to save the acid rounds for the next enemy that's coming. Who is, again, also not a very nice boss. Well, not boss, but they're not very nice. I would say, though, they are faster than Crimson Heads, and they do jump. And they swipe pretty hard, too, and they have one-hit kills. Provided your health is low enough. It's actually one of the few times I actually save. Once we're done with Plant 42 is when I'll do it. Because there was a time I hadn't saved for a really long time, and I ended up being killed by one of these enemies because they used their one-hit kill on me. I think this is an ink ribbon. Yeah. I'm not going to use it. There might be an enemy in here. But either way, we have pretty powerful weapons, so there's not much to worry about. Oh, never mind. Come to think of it, I don't think there is anything in here. Oh, there is. Oh, sweet, a dagger. Look at all these vines. Do it for the vine. Next up, let's go ahead and make use of that red book by picking up this white book. And why does it have to be white now? So pretty much this is talking about the V-Jolt. The V-Jolt is what the weakness is for Plant 42. It's in that one room that I was talking about earlier, but you have to mix it all up. So use the red book. And what do we get? We get a nice little puzzle. Pretty much what it is, you have to form it into a naked lady. I know it's pretty weird, isn't it? Since this is the HD Remaster, you can see the images a little better. We're almost done. See, there it is right there. And as you can see, there's a typewriter right here too, hence the ink ribbon. If you want, you can go ahead and save. I'm not going to though. Because this guy is what's holding off one of these keys. Okay, sorry for that very abrupt phone call. Now it's time to deal with Plant 42, as you can hear by the music. You might want to climb up these stairs. You'll have a better chance of hitting him. Bring it on. Bring it on. I don't need a shower right now. Cut it out. Just FYI, Plant 42 can whack you as well. While it does have itself covered up like that, it's not a good idea to shoot at it. Or her. Whatever gender it is. It. Alright then, you want to have some fun? Let's do this. Come on out and fight, you coward. Ha! That's why you missed. Come on now, bring it. Ha! We did it. Oh man. Alright, we finally took down this guy. No more tentacle stuff either. Jill is not a fan of that. So in the meantime, we can pick up this helmet key too. I will say though, when it comes to damage, Jill is pretty tough. She's much better than Rebecca when it comes to taking damage. Much better. And that's the final mansion key we'll be having in the game. And I guess in dealing with Plant 42, I guess you could say we got to the root of the problem. Wow. Me and my corniness. But we'll be getting another cutscene soon, so there's that.
Wesker.
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say.
I apologize. It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
I understand. Anyway, it's good that you're safe.
Did you notice? Barry, he sounded a little flaky.
Now that you mention it, yeah. I'll keep a close eye.
Maybe it's quite natural under these circumstances. It's not really our standard operation. Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
I agree.
There are still rooms in that mansion we can't get into because they're locked up. I've been looking for ways to...
Okay, if there's anything, I'll go back to the other mansion.
I'm counting on you.
Suspicious! Those are some nasty bugs. I'm glad Wesker killed them for us. Now that Plant 42 is dead, we're free to run across this hall whenever. But the thing is, though, we'll never be back in this place, so there's kind of really no point. So what we're going to do now is take out these acid shells. Put away the shotgun too. We really sort of don't need it. Though you might want this health item. Because again, like I mentioned, we're going to be dealing with a new enemy by the time we get back into the mansion. Actually, you know what? Let's take this out. Because on our way back, we'll be dealing with those snakes. In the meantime, though, I'm going to go ahead and save. Because I'm not entirely too sure if I'm going to get killed by these things or not. So, there's that.